everybody. Welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shift. That's Matt.
Hello.
That's Bryn. That's Milton.
Peace be upon.
We are back. We had a week off last week because I was getting drunk in Milton Keynes, if I'm honest. Which brings me to the first point of this week's chat, right? And I think this one needs to go to basically every events organizer that organizes a big show that has been affected by COVID last year. Let people change the vehicles on their tickets if they need to. Like, genuine thing. It's been 2 years since some people ordered a ticket, right?
A lot's changed.
And a certain media company, shout out to Kelsey Media, for those of you who didn't think I would say it, have turned around to people before the event last weekend and gone, no, you can't transfer your vehicle on your ticket. You need to buy a new ticket. And that is customer service. Oh, Milts.
I actually got a refund for my ticket and they didn't quibble me, and I had quite a few nice emails to say, it's fine, I'm sorry we're losing you.
Where I might be slightly biased because they me Brian.
I mean, that doesn't help.
I didn't even buy a ticket.
No.
So I bought my kind of last year I was like, oh, I don't think Trax is going to be on. I'm not going to buy my ticket. So I bought it, and we always buy 2 tickets for a couple of the cars anyway, because you've got to buy entry tickets. So we just buy entry tickets for the cars, essentially, and then we'll take down whatever we want. Yeah. So we decided not to take the stage here because fuel, right?
There isn't any.
There's plenty. I don't know what everyone's moaning about now. I've filled
That's a separate.
It depends where you look.
Carry
I filled
on.
the stage room
Anyway.
twice this week. But like I was sat talking to like a few of the people from clubs, and they were basically going, "There's people that can't make it because they've got COVID, and they won't let us just transfer the ticket to someone else who wants to buy it." Which like that doesn't even it's not a refund. Just let the transfer happen, right? Then you get your attendees, you still get your show, and you still get to hold on to the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my logic there, right? Because actually, what it feels like they've forgotten in this particular case is that without the people who buy the tickets, they do not have an exhibition, which is what it is for day visitors.
I think what's happened here is this became a thing quite quickly when people used to scalp gig tickets. And they would make you put a name on it so that you couldn't buy it and then sell it on really easily. Except nobody scalps car show tickets.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that they've forgotten here. Like, how often has Jackfest or Trax or whatever sold out?
Probably never.
It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like Silverstone, for example, is a big enough venue that you're not going to attract that many people that you're going to sell out of tickets.
It was actually pretty packed, right? And it was smaller space than I've ever seen for some of the clubs. But
that's because nobody could transfer their tickets, so nobody could come.
But yeah, it was a good show. I mean, the other thing to consider when you go in there is the fact that you do need to remortgage your house to buy food. And this
How much is a burger? Just a normal burger.
Two breakfast baps.
Double figures.
So bacon butty, 2 bacon butties, and 2 bottles of Coke in the morning were £27.
No way.
Yeah.
That was more than your tickets.
That was more than a single ticket, yeah.
I just want to caveat this. So I went to, it was Donington. I can't remember what event I was at because I was marshalling. But we were chatting to one of the burger stand people because they let marshals skip the queue so that you could get straight back to your marshal's post. And we were chatting to them while they were doing our burgers. And the track itself sets their burger prices. They don't have a choice in it.
No, and
it has to be that high because the tracks charge us so much for the plot that's the only way they could make a profit, and quite often they only just break even.
The interesting thing about Silverstone is actually most of the food venues are owned by the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other side of it.
So
it's classic service station pricing.
And to put the other side of this coin forward, when I was at Mims at Three Sisters, a breakfast bap for 4 of us cost £10.
Was that like 4 breakfast baps?
Yeah,
because you actually said a breakfast bap.
I did, yes.
So, like, was that one really big breakfast bap, or did you all just gather round?
Four bacon and sausage baps, not even just a bacon bap, right? So I'm getting double the types of meat. Well, not double the types of meat; it's all pork. But and actually, like, the Three Sisters staff were friendlier about it. The Mims team, when I messaged them about using the drone, were like, yeah, just provide us with your insurance, da-da-da-da-da-da. Kelsey Media either copied and pasted a message and didn't read my name, or didn't bother to read my name, because I use my legal name when it relates to insurance documentation I've got to provide. Yeah? So it's Brian is not even close.
It's not.
It's because it's not even BAM. It's not. It's a totally different letters for your legal name.
Yeah.
Back on the food topic, I do know from Santapod, because I'm there quite often, that all of like the burger vans and all that, they have to price the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I was saying about Donington. It's universal across the entire thing. So one burger van doesn't come in and then undercut everyone by £1 or £2 or whatever it is, and escape all the customers, no matter even if it's one side and the other. I think this is why Donington set their prices. It's like, if you can be a burger van, you can come here. This is how much it costs, and then this is what your price list is. So then everybody's charging the same.
Most importantly, anyone listening, you've just got a hack for shows. Don't look around for the cheapest thing. Whatever you want to eat, just eat it, because they're all priced the same.
Yep.
Yeah. Or just take your own food, and then you won't have to remortgage your house.
Don't do that. Nobody take their own pulled pork. Shows are the only times when it's acceptable to eat pulled pork rolls or donuts.
Sorry.
So you don't
wait a minute, Matt.
Are we undermining it?
Bryn did not complain when pulled pork turned up at Yakushi, though.
I was going to say, are we undermining cooking here?
Yakushi, what now? Yakushi, what's the second word? Show!
Huh? I'm lost, Bryn.
I'm lost, Bryn, because we're talking about food pricing at shows.
Yeah, so shows is the only time it's acceptable to eat pulled pork. And you
said not acceptable.
What? No, you can. You can, sorry.
You also told people not to bring their own pulled pork.
No,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yakushi's different. You don't, bring
Amy's pulled pork to every show, yeah?
Bryn, do you want to stop digging your hole?
You do not bring a kitchen to Japfest.
What you do though,
half of the cars there, but that's a whole nother topic.
You could quite happily bring a kitchen to Japfest if we felt like it. That's the great thing about the kitchen; it's portable.
Yeah, you can get camping at Japfest. Yep. So
what you do is you go Costco before and get a crate of whatever, a couple of crates of beverages, and then just sell them as you're walking around. Pay for your ticket.
Or do the same thing with those cute little bread rolls that you brought to Yakushi. Just pass them out.
Are you still eating them?
No, mate, they went mouldy before I got halfway through the bag.
Still worth it.
On this week's episode, where the topic appears to be how much did we pay for food at the side of a racetrack?
Yeah.
Too much is always the answer.
Because the last racetrack I was at, I was staff, so food was brought to me for free by a driver.
So actually,
I might just say you were on the stream for that as well. Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture?
There's a picture of me eating, apparently?
No, not eating. You were on the stream.
We'll send it to you after.
Yeah.
So
if
anyway,
anybody hasn't seen it, may as well.
No one can see your screen right now, Matt. There we go.
Oh, look, I'm so cute.
Look at tiny Bryn doing a track inspection.
That's actually that focused really well.
Yeah, he did.
Also-
I'm surprised.
Brief aside, my parents actually came to that and were sat next to that. And I got a text from them about like 5 minutes after going, "You guys did a really nice job of sorting that out." I was like, "What the f- are you guys?"
But I think, and this gets me to my next point, right? Are drift events as much of a rip-off for food when you're not staff and getting free food, obviously?
Most drift events don't have food available.
Sometimes they do. Well, Pod does. Pod has a calf.
Yeah,
Or
well, that's
as-
the cast. Three Sisters has the same calf that you went to for Mims because it's the same track. Rockingham had a calf, I think.
That was a little bit pricey, but it wasn't.
It wasn't always open though. It was only open if there was track action on as well. If it was just drifting, there was nothing.
But one thing they did do, which was quite nice, I can't remember if they did it when Sweeps was running it or whether it was just L2D, but in the morning, the menu was posted up in the sign-on thing, and you texted them your order, and they would have it ready. So in the lunch break, you just go there and pick it up, and it's already there.
Nice.
Get up the queue.
I would pay the extra for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
The other track that was good for food was Teesside, especially if you went through Pro Drift when they were doing events there. Was you go through Johan now? Is you whatever you paid for your ticket, and it was a little bit more pricier than everywhere else, but you got your tuition and you got breakfast and lunch included.
And I'll tell you what, tuition would be worth the extra money on its own.
Yeah, regardless of the food, but the food was a perk.
So the moral of the story is, if you want to go to an event for food, go to Teesside and learn to drift there. That's what we're saying, right?
PH Drift, but yeah.
PH,
Anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, that is literally like 12 minutes on how much costs at shows.
Well, we're all drifters and we all drive MX-5s because we can't afford a more expensive JDM car.
Because of the rip-off food at events.
Exactly.
Speak for yourselves. I've got a more expensive JDM car, as has Bam.
When was
Actually,
the-
Bryn has now as well. Actually, it's just Milton without.
I mean, I'm gonna dare to say this, but only one of those two more expensive JDM cars moves.
Is it mine?
Oh.
Because you've run out of fuel back.
No, I haven't. I have not run out of fuel. This is my point to what Matt was saying earlier. I've filled the stage route up twice this week.
Well, that's where all the fuel's gone.
There's some places that are still struggling for fuel. My local Tesco, it was out for one weekend and then that was it, back again.
Yeah.
I went there at lunchtime. There was there was no cars in there. And I went, oh, are they out of fuel? I drove past and I was like, no, they've got loads of fuel. There's just nobody there.
My favourite bit of the fuel crisis was getting to jump the queue because I needed momentum. And nobody else needed momentum.
That's
and like,
so
I pulled into Tesco and the woman was like, what fuel do you what are you after? Petrol or diesel? And I went, 99. I need momentum. This car will not run on anything other than momentum. And she was like, oh, just come to the front. We've got one pump that only has momentum left.
That's the only thing my local Tesco doesn't have. So for whatever reason, I think they just went, fuck it, normal petrol, normal diesel, and nothing else until we've caught up.
Yeah.
Which is fine because my MX-5 will run on anything. It's an MX-5.
Yeah, I did see a lot of people going, oh, I can't go anywhere or do anything because they've run out of momentum and I need momentum. Just don't drive like a head for one tank.
Impossible. Yeah. Actually impossible in the stage here, Brent.
Yeah, when it makes turbo noises and RB noises, I get that.
I get into the car park at work, I let it warm up after the day at work, and then I rev the nuts off it while I'm just in the car park like some little hooligan. I cannot resist the temptation.
My
everyone
car
in the building knows I'm leaving.
My car runs on 95 and does drift days and taxi days, and it runs for 8 hours and it's perfectly
Milton,
fine.
your car runs on all the miracles that God has left. That's
Milton,
why the world's gone to
Milton, your car doesn't run half of the time because your alternator starter motor wires come off.
No, we fixed that.
Now?
Yeah, we fixed that and it did run. It just would struggle to start occasionally. And it's weird how it got worse. Like, it was okay and then get worse and worse and worse. You'd have thought it'd have been on or off.
Presumably, it's because the cable had enough.
It was coming off.
and eventually the nut just left entirely.
Yeah.
But quick aside on loud cars at the work car park, Bam. I nearly got rear-ended by my general manager the other day because he came up behind me on the road into work and I put my foot down and he put his foot down. His car is very fast. My car, very loud, not very fast. Ooh, and brake. And then we got in and he was like, that makes a lot of noise and doesn't go anywhere. And I was like, yes.
Which car was this?
That was the Lexus.
I was going
to say the MX-5. He's not driving that hard.
Oh no, that was a lot quicker. But it was 200 horsepower Lexus that weighs 1.6 tons versus a 450 horsepower Focus RS.
When are we going to have a battle of the barges? Your Lexus versus my Stagia.
When there's no longer a fuel crisis.
But first person to run out of fuel loses.
No, that's not fair. I don't want to play that game.
I have also, like Bam, been driving as if there isn't a fuel crisis because I can't resist. Because it makes straight six noises. You just go anywhere and like, ooh, there's buildings either side. I can hear my own exhaust. paddles down to second.
But it gets even worse, right? If I take a certain set of roads to work, there's tunnels. Lots of them. I'm pretty sure I'm the reason they've taken like the flat siding out of one of the tunnels in Stoke-on-Trent. And
is that it? Is that the same tunnel they put the speed cameras in?
And the one that they put the speed limit down to 30 miles an hour now.
And when they eventually introduce those noise cameras, there'll be one there too.
Yeah. The first time
That's when we all put butterfly exhausts on.
The day that I picked up the Stagia, I went through that tunnel.
Of course you did.
Reading Mexican.
Yeah. The first time we went to Three Sisters, I knew we were going down that road. And it's like, yes, we're going to go through this tunnel. Take the next exit. And we came off at the exit that the tunnel is underneath.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Look,
But then I got to watch Milton's car nearly get flipped in a hedge.
Oh, Three Sisters. Oh. Three Sisters took a prisoner at Mims. Like this poor guy's EP is.
Hang on, Matt. But my car nearly flipped.
You were asleep, as was your driver.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we actually got there, yeah.
So we sat on this dual carriageway.
Yeah.
We found, it wasn't planned. We just found each other, and I just tucked in behind the trailer, and then all of a sudden, this van drifts onto the grass verge, and then suddenly back in again. They came off like quarter of a mile later. The service was like, "Yeah, I needed to stop."
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like, yeah, I think that's a good idea.
We need to get back to Three Sisters because that was a lot of fun when people weren't spinning.
And
we were on an amateur day.
And really importantly about Three Sisters, I'll come because they'll let me fly the drone over the track.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yeah, I need to sort the MX-5 out so it'll drift.
They were incredibly cool about the whole drone flying situation. Like,
is it Lindsay? Is it Lindsay?
Lindsay, absolute star of Three Sisters.
Lynn Lackey.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah. That's. I knew there was a lot in it.
It's a nice track as well, Three Sisters. It's really nice surface, quite a good layout. Narrow, but interesting.
It is a go-kart track.
I'd love to take the Stagia out on it just to like.
Can we take the boot? Can we take the boot off the Stagia and lay someone down in it and I'd chase it?
I'm sure Lynn 100% will not agree to that.
Well, no, we can get the ratchet straps and ratchet strap the photographer in.
We've got the chase cam mills now that we built.
Yeah, the RC car.
Yeah,
it won't keep up.
You can chase it. You can run it over.
Absolutely won't. You can get up to like 60 round the end of Luna going sideways. That little car ain't.
I was at the top of. I was 60 miles an hour before I was entering on the first corner when we went.
I would like to apologise to my fiance now for the amount of money I'm going to spend on a faster RC car just because of what Prince just said. Look,
It's fine. You just got to learn to fly your drone better.
I reckon we get.
I'm getting pretty good at. I want to get an FPV drone.
Proper chase drone.
Yeah.
Then you won't need your little RC car.
What was that you said then, Bryn? Sorry, I didn't hear it. I was talking over you.
I was just going to say we'll get you in one of the go-karts, and that'd be even funnier.
Oh my god.
That'll be like Diddy Kong racing.
Can we put a Bowser outfit?
Yeah.
Yes.
But Donkey Kong would probably be easier because I've got the beard and everything, mate. like the reality is actually like there's some really nice tracks to go to just for a chill day. And the thing I've really found this year is actually the smaller events now are way more fun and the food's way more reasonably priced. Bringing us back on the topic for the week. Like, think about
topic. Sorry, I didn't know that was the topic. I thought
there was a topic.
It was gonna be a segue, but at the beginning of this episode, we said we were gonna do like a half-hour episode this week, and we're 20 minutes into it already.
to be fair, talking about individual tracks is not a bad topic because
no.
Ignoring the fact that MSV own 50% of the tracks in the UK, most of them are individually owned.
I think that.
In fact, speaking of drift tracks, have you seen that Driftland is getting an extension?
I've seen this, and I've heard about it, and apparently there's lots of elevation changes.
It's big.
Yeah,
really?
They're looking at nearly doubling or nearly tripling the length of the track, and like there's massive elevation changes. I think they're talking. They might even be talking of there might be a jump in it somewhere. It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, like it's going to be a UK Ebersy.
Yeah, they're looking at massive elevation changes what they've shown off so far.
I'm trying to remember how long he said it was going to be now, but
it was something like 1.8 miles or something like that.
It's been big. Last time I was at Driftland, I was just taking a walk up to the top where everybody used to park.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah, there was a lot of groundwork going on, and it was like suspicious. I was like, I thought they were building a motocross track next door because of what it looked like, and I now know that it's actually a drift track.
To put it into perspective, the Shaw Donington circuit, so not including the Melbourne Loop, is 1.7 miles.
That's going to be a big playground, boys.
Yeah.
So, Driftband, we're coming for you when that's finished.
Absolutely. I've got to drive Driftland at some point.
I think we can have a podcast together and write it off as a business expense. Just saying.
Just make sure you factor in getting a truck and trailer.
Milton's got a trailer, right?
No, but that only has his chair on it, and there's no way in hell I'm driving all the way to Driftland.
I know a guy with an
I've done it in a van.
Yeah,
I've done it in a van, and that's too far.
It'll be a beaver tail with Milton's trailer on the back.
I mean, I can drive that.
Yeah, again, I'm thinking about me here, boys. Me.
Yeah. Bryn, you can be in the passenger seat.
Bryn can't afford the fuel with his turbo. That's the problem.
Bryn, you can be passenger seat. It's fine.
That sounds great.
Can I sit on the roof holding a camera?
Sure.
I mean, to be fair, when the RX-7's got its turbo on it, it's going to do even less miles to the gallon than Bryn's car. It's going to do less than the Stadia.
But you can also trailer your car there. Like my favorite thing about road trips is when I don't have to drive. That's
like when I took you to Rockingham.
Yeah, that was great. Hyped to not drive a car. I hate driving.
Unless it's fast.
Yeah, I hate driving not on track.
I'm not even going to pass comment on that.
I get bored of long drives.
I get bored of 15-minute drives.
So here you go, people. Right, if there are any transport companies out there that want to give us discounted rate up to Driftland in exchange for advertising during episodes of the podcast and a video of us being idiots there, then reach out to us at info@violentRunning.co.uk and we'll have a little chat.
To be fair though, speaking about long journey, this is why I like modern cars, because you can buy an auto, you can buy something with radar guided cruise control, you can buy it with lane assist, then you just pretty much just punch in 70 miles an hour and do nothing.
Just got visions.
Cruise control have you got? Set cruise to 70.
Please,
You
can we?
accelerate up to 70 and then press set, and then the car is the
No,
rest.
hang
Can we-
on, bam. Hang on. When I was on holiday, we got a rental car and it was a Citroen Picasso because we got upgraded for some reason.
That's not an upgrade, Mills.
It's a bigger car.
It depends on what he was upgraded from.
Sea Ibiza.
Oh yeah, no.
It's bigger. Anyway, it has both cruise control and speed limiter, and you set it, and then if you press go, it will then accelerate up to that.
Okay.
And if you set limit, you can set it to a speed limit, and you can floor it, and it will get to that and then hold.
Yeah, the limits. So when I was delivering for Argos, that was what they had. But it had what you had was a physical button underneath the pedal, and then you had to forcefully push down, and then it would go fast to the limit. The Mazda 6 wasn't a physical button; it was a sensor. So you couldn't just rest your foot on the pedal and just rock up to the limit. It took barely anything, and then it would just go past it. So it was pointless having a limiter there.
My favourite one ever was the cruise control on the Lexus. And I didn't even put my foot on the accelerator, I drove it off the stick.
Yeah,
Like
you
that.
set it and then you just keep pressing it.
No, the Lexus is...
Oh, it was a dial, yeah.
Yeah.
On mine, you just hold it either way to accelerate or decelerate, so it is just a hand throttle. It's amazing.
Like, I need to add cruise control to the Spike. That was my discovery from Trax, right? I really want cruise control on the Spike. But what I now want to do is have one where I punch in the speed. Like on a little
big phone buttons
Arduino built cruise control with a like just like here, like I'm flying a fighter plane. That'd be.
Brent,
So it
have
needs
you
to be
tried
above
the
the
handbrake?
windscreen. Put it up there.
What?
No, Milton, I've not tried the handbrake. It scares me.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that on the MX-5 or the Lexus? Or both?
On the Lexus, there's a trick because they've got a handbrake foot. It's a foot brake that puts the handbrake on. Is that right, Bryn?
Yeah.
And then it's got a lever underneath that releases it. I found though, someone else shifted. If you pull that out and then wedge it, it always wants to take it off. So you can basically clutch kick, and it will put the handbrake. And then when you lift off your foot, you put power back on, and it's like pulling a hydro.
And we will try that, but I want to just say I have not tried to slide the Lexus because it's very expensive and very big. So the first time I try and slide that Lexus is going to be the largest car park you've ever seen in your life.
Can I do it, Bryn, first?
Largest car park in Mexico.
Huh?
Largest car park in Mexico.
Largest car park in Mexico. Or one of those 4-lane roundabouts that they have in Russia.
And it's usually a BMW driving around it sideways.
I mean, it's probably a Lexus. All the big body Toyotas in the world seem to be in Russia.
The thing is, you'll go sideways and you'll need all 4 of those lanes because it's so big.
So anyway, that is definitely a future episode of whatever we get up to over winter when there's no shows
Wedging
on.
stuff into Britain's car.
Yeah. So like, quick update for everybody. This is like, we've nearly been doing this a year now. We've got like 10 weeks. And then we will be on episode 50, I think. It might not even be that. It might be like 7 weeks till episode 50 because we've had 2 weeks off all year. And so coming up through winter, we've got Matt's build vlogs. We'll have some stuff on my cars. Probably some stuff on Britain's cars if we can get him to film it. Or I go round his house.
I've got some big stuff coming with the MX-5 because RX-8 stuff.
Because we're getting a Christmas bonus at work. That's why, isn't it, Matt?
No, I was already planning this anyway. That Christmas bonus is going on the FC.
My Christmas bonus is not going on any of my cars. What's going on?
Matt, can you say this on record? When's the RX-7 going to be on track?
Fuck knows.
Next year?
Matt's
That's
RX-7 will be
wishful
on track
thinking.
shortly after my MX-5 is finished.
Ah, that's fine, because that'll only be a couple of weeks after my car first goes on track at this stage.
That's because you're too scared. Bryn, do you want me to just come pick it up on the trailer? I'll take it to pod one day with you.
Why do you think if I'm scared of my cars, I want you to do it instead?
Milton, what about
No,
me?
I mean,
I'll be
no,
delicate with it.
No, I'll just transport you there and back, Bryn. So you don't have to worry.
He hasn't finished mapping it yet. It's going to take him all year to do that.
Yeah.
There's no fuel. He can't take it out.
I have actually messaged my mapper and said, okay, when are we setting up the date? So it's happening. Fucking shut your faces.
You're gonna vlog. You're gonna do a vlog of that, aren't you?
Good. Right. So anyway, that's what's coming. We've still got a couple of shows left. So we've got a mental health event with one of the clubs in Shropshire that I'm going to be at on the 24th. We are donating little Yuri, Drive Safe Somebody Loves You.
I should be there for that as well.
To their raffle. We're going to be filming it for them. I'm just sorting out the drone permission with the venue. There you go, Kelsey Media. Just a lesson for you there. Actually, just let me know what you want from me paperwork-wise. I've got a little card. It tells you all my anyway. Not that I'm bitter.
No, not at all.
Also, my name's not Brian. You Yep, that's the one, Melts. That's what's just happened. And then we've got Ultimate Stance on the 31st. And then, show season's done.
Well, for you guys it is. I've got 3 or 4 Drift Taxi events still to go.
What Drift Taxi events have you got to go?
They're all at Centerpad.
Yeah, Flame of Thunder, Firework Frenzy. I think there's another 2 after that, possibly.
Well, we might then end up not having the 31st as our last show video because I might go visit Milton. I genuinely thought Bren was wearing a Scouts thing around his neck just then, but it's just the cords on his top. Anyway, so 15,000 of you have now watched our videos.
15,000, wow.
15,000 views.
You all.
Bryn, thank you for watching. Bryn really appreciates it.
Love you guys, weirdos.
We've published 127 videos on the channel, and as of today we're at 320 subscribers. So thanks to everybody that's supporting us on this magical journey. To all the dudes that give us dislikes because your car's not in our show videos.
Thank you, because it
Build a
helps.
better car.
Thanks for helping us in the algorithm.
Yeah.
Just build a better car, then you'll be in the video.
Shot fired from Matt.
No, it's not even necessarily that, right? Sometimes we just have a glitch with one of the cameras or one of the gimbals and the shot's ruined. And guess what? I don't find that out till I'm home and editing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily any judgment on your car. Sometimes it is, Ultimate Dubs.
Yeah, world's shortest video, that one, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't that, right? It was the whole outdoor show and shine section I missed because I just felt like they were copy and paste.
Was it just finance cars on finance wheels and aeros?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ultimate dubs, Milton.
Sorry. So, bam, wrap it up.
We are at the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. He's been Matt.
Bye.
He's been Bryn.
I haven't been drinking, but I'm pretty sure I've got carbon monoxide poisoning.
He's been Milton. I've been Bam, not Brian. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will be back next week. And I'll try not to choke on my own throat.
Jock.
Bye-bye.
Bye.